sometimes I can see media agendas like so far away, and I feel like I'm not talking about it, but I am talking about it. So ariesspears came out and he criticized Lizzo. He called her fat. He said, "Yo, she's unhealthy. She's closer to diabetes and high cholesterol, and that should be considered when everybody keeps gassing her, talking about slay queen slay, love your curves, this and third." And everybody basically came out to say, "Yo, you're a hater." And by the way, it did come off like hate because he wasn't asked about her health or her size. He was asked about her music, and he said, "I can't enjoy her music because she looks like a shit emojis." Okay, after and by the way, I watched another interview because he did an interview with Vlad, and he said, well, it was kind of comedy that he was trying to make, but he does believe that some of the highlighting of body positivity also neglects the fact that being Lizzo's size isn't the best for health. And he even used himself to kind of like, juxtapose to that when he says, yo, he's battling type 2 diabetes and other things as well for his size. And, that was a very, honest thing of him to say. So he was saying that, well, if you keep encouraging women to say, oh, this is really a great way to look, you're ignoring the actual health issues it comes with. And there is a problem when you over celebrate it. Now, like having people having confidence in how they look is good, but celebrating it like this is healthy, that's a problem. And I think that was a decent explanation of it. Anyway, this is why sometimes people stay away from certain protected issues or people or even like, topics. Body shaming is just not, well, unless you're a guy. Like, people call me fat all day, nobody cares. But if you call Lizzo fat, like, now you're kind of messing with the woke establishment goal and agenda to push this type of mantra and agenda onto people. And just ironically, like, I've never heard a story about ariesspears, and like no disrespect to him, he's just not that relevant to pop culture. But it randomly comes out that him and Tiffany Haddish were recruiting kids into doing, like, I'll look up the article. Ariesspears, Tiffany Haddish. That a civil lawsuit came out, which, by the way, none of this is criminal, right? Which means that it's not like the police locked them up, but somebody was going to sue them. I don't even think this was filed in court. This is back to one of them Joe Budden things. This is unfiled civil documents that's coming out to paint these two. And obviously now Tiffany Haddish is probably tight that she's lumped in the shit with ariesspears, right? Because she was just doing her own thing. And clearly it looks like they're trying to get this nigga. And the story happens to be both of them, which means they get him, but she's collateral damage. And it comes out to say like two people who were minors. Well, shit. Apparently the guy was born in 2007. How old would that make that person now? Shit, that looks like, if you're born in 2007, you're about like 14, ain't it? 14, 15? Yeah. The lawsuit alleges, right? And by the way, remember, this is a civil lawsuit. This isn't criminal charges. You got to like distinguish the difference on this. If these were crimes, I would imagine that the police would be involved in trying to press charges. We haven't seen charges on, I haven't heard about charges on this. This is apparently a lawsuit that I don't even think it was filed yet, but it was supposedly about to be filed, whatever the case. Anyway, clearly it was a hit piece. It alleges that Haddish and Spears groomed young plaintiffs. Now, let me tell you what groomed sounds like, and when I hear it. Grooming means, to me, you are having a relationship or trying to set up situations with a minor where you're not sexual with them yet, but you're trying to groom them in a mindset or a type of behavior that as soon as they become legal, so as soon as they become 18, you could legally deal with them in maybe a sexual manner. That's what I think grooming is. You might have a different definition, but that's what I think it is. So grooming is definitely an issue, right? Let me keep reading. The plaintiffs allege that they were introduced to Haddish and Spears through their mother, and the lawsuit describes Haddish as a longtime family friend. They say that both of them took advantage and stole the youth of a 7-year old child and 14-year-old child. What? And stole the youth. Oh, okay, okay. The lawsuit. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what they do. The lawsuit highlights two separate incidents of the alleged sexual abuse of minors, alleging that both took place in Los Angeles. Jane Doe accuses entertainers of pressuring her to mimic fellatio for a video in 2013. By the way, also, I think this was, like, if you're wondering why Spears and Tiffany Haddish are linked together, they did something called Mad TV, and I think that was like a show. And I think they said this was part of it. So I guess they were doing content, but obviously this lawsuit is saying this content was egregious and obviously sexual in nature, which they believe is sexual abuse, especially sexual abuse of a minor. The lawsuit also contends that John Doe was coerced to appear in a sexually suggestive video in his underwear, and that the 2014 film featured both Haddish and Spears. The video is called Through a Pedophile's Eyes, found its way onto the comedy video website Funny or Die. I think Funny or Die, is that who owns Funny or Die? Funny or Die. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Oh, I thought it was one that was owned by Kevin Hart. No, it's not. This is owned by Will Ferrell and them niggas. Okay, bet. Cool. Funny or Die found the video. Absolutely disgusting. So Funny or Die put out a statement saying, "Oh, I know y'all see it on our site, but we ain't make it. We found the video absolutely disgusting. We never produced such content." A spokesperson for the company shared with NPR. "We were not involved in the conceptualization, development, funding, or production of this video. It was uploaded to the site as user-generated content and was removed in 2018 immediately after becoming aware of its existence." In a statement with NPR, blah, 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 and Haddish attorney discarded the plaintiff's claim against his client as bogus. They said the plaintiff's mother has been trying to discredit Haddish with these accusations for several years. Every attorney who was initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that these claims were meritless and Miss Haddish would not be shaken down. Now, she has her adult daughter representing herself in this lawsuit. Two of them were together, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. All right, so it seems like this is an attempt to take down Tiffany Haddish, but ariesspears was linked in it. It couldn't get no breath of, like, fresh air. But given the fact that ariesspears became unliked because of his comments about Lizzo and he upset the woke community, they dropped this allegation on Tiffany Haddish that had ariesspears as a fringe member to this accusation. And let me just say this. This is kind of how Hollywood works. The higher you get and the more you start achieving things, you get to realize that people, I don't want to say people are trying to take you down, but it's just like people will start to use all type of angles to fucking get you. And what I'm saying is that this is why people don't really talk freely about things anymore, because ariesspears, I don't think he was necessarily wildly egregious on talking about on fat shaming, especially in a comedic sense. However, he got people so upset that people thought at that moment we got to cancel him. And that's the thing. I know sometimes y'all ask me, be like, yo, well, what about your, like I've taken sometimes, remember I was supposed to drop a podcast about Megan Thee Stallion and shit. I started seeing weird shit happen. I'm like, yo, bro, you're going to, like, I'm like, let me just chill out for a second, because you see things, like, they'll try to bring up some shit from birth. Like, yo, this happened at birth. Like, they'll try to take you down if they feel like you're upsetting the woke mob and they feel like you're one of the people who are going against what the wokeness is preaching. The wokeness is preaching body positivity. You came out and you're super viral for basically fat shaming this chick. Now they're trying to look through their Rolodex of, do we have anything on this nigga to make this nigga look like a fucking creep, look like a weirdo, look like the worst person in the world? And they said, oh shit, we've been trying to get this shit about Tiffany Haddish and he's involved with it. Let's put it out with his face. ariesspears would never be on the fucking, like, the fucking cover of NPR. Like, people don't care that much about ariesspears, but do they care about ariesspears in connection with Tiffany Haddish when ariesspears already just went at Lizzo? Clearly. Somebody says in the comment section the video was sick. But somebody said play the video. I won't play the video. I'll take you guys' word for it. It probably was sick. I'm not saying these people are innocent or whatever the case is. The whole point of what I'm saying is that the timing of all of this coming out definitely has to do with what ariesspears said. If he doesn't say what he say about Lizzo, this doesn't come out now. And when you think about the timing of all these things, you get to realize there's a bigger hand at play because, hey, if there's always, remember they said they were trying to get this out for years and try to use it against Tiffany Haddish. Why only now? I think the higher you get in this industry, people try to use things, whether it be true or not, or it could be allegations or past stuff. And when you disrupt the establishment, if they can't counter you with what you're saying, they're going to just throw shit at you that makes you look radioactive and like a bad person to derail you. And I think by mere proximity, Tiffany Haddish is getting this kind of, vitriol thrown her way, even though she's the main person, it seems, in this, alleged lawsuit, because she was doing this Mad TV or whatever it was episode with ariesspears. Now, granted, I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't know the details in it. Did Tiffany Haddish write this thing? Was it her idea for the kids to be in certain particular positions? Is it a producer? Was it a writer? Did the network sign off on it? Who else was involved in it? Or was it just these two? When you say grooming, now, granted, I read a longer article, so I'll give some insight. It did say that they used to, Tiffany Haddish used to pick them up from their house, this and third. It depends on what the nature is. I don't even want to begin to try to dissect this from any type of background where I just don't have all the details. The only thing I can say is this doesn't happen or this doesn't come out now if ariesspears don't talk about Lizzo, which just shows you this is why some people just try to keep it smiley, laugh with everybody rather than giving criticism, all right? Anyway, yo, chat, I'm about to get the fuck on out of here, man. Oh, somebody said, oh, yeah, they both wrote it and made it. All right, cool. All right, cool. Hey, listen, I'm not here fucking defending them. I think the timing is really interesting. I've just never seen ariesspears in the artist. Bro, ariesspears was getting interviewed, no disrespect to the outlet. The outlet, I believe, is Art of Dialogue or something like that. Bro, they're not interviewing the most A-list celebrities. They're getting whoever they could get. And ariesspears is one of the guys who are on the circuit. I wouldn't call him a D-list celebrity, but they got him. After the nigga goes viral, now he's all over the place. Vlad even brought him on his platform. And now he's the front page of a big organization, NPR's website. So all I'm just saying is I don't think they care about shit unless you're viral enough. And I don't think the homie would have been viral enough if he ain't talk about Lizzo. I don't know if he's right or wrong. I'm just leave it at that. Anyway, people, I'm getting the fuck on out of here.